Hello humans, I'm the TheAlienDoctor, but you can call me Alien, and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Edition preview video. Taking a look today at preview 1.19.10.23. Let's get into it. Now, arguably one of the biggest features, or at least the feature that people seem to most be excited for, that has been added in this preview is the addition of the /locate biome command. So, I'm not fully sure how this works. I haven't tried it out. So I think we use locate, and do we add biome on the end? So in Java Edition, you do /locate biome, but that doesn't seem to be how you use it in this version. I think if you do locate space biome, there we go. And then here we go. So you can actually choose from basically every single biome in the game to locate. So let's say we wanted to find a desert, for example. We could do /locate biome desert, and it would tell you where the nearest desert is. Now, there is one minor issue with this command, and that is that it does not have the use new chunks option that the normal locate structure command does. So if we do locate village, for example, we have the option here to use new chunks only, which if we set to true, it will only locate us a village that has not been loaded before in old chunks, if that makes sense. Now, it'd be really nice if this could be added to the structure locate command. And the reason for that is because biomes in different updates sometimes change. So for example, on this world, this mangrove swamp probably used to be a normal swamp before 1.19. So let's imagine that we'd actually loaded this area in 1.18 and it all generated as swamp. If we use the /locate biome command and then set it to mangrove swamp, then it would probably come up with the coordinates of these areas, because it's not checking the biome data, if that makes sense. It's actually checking what the world would be generated in if it was generated in the latest version. So when biomes change between updates, it's completely going to mess it up. So it'd be really nice if we could just have a simple use new chunks option like we have on the /locate structure commands. But other than that, it is really nice to see this feature finally get added to Bedrock Edition. It's something a lot of people have wanted for a long time, including myself. So mangrove swamps are actually now much more denser to match Java Edition. So this was generated obviously before this change was added. And you can see here that apparently these trees aren't actually close enough. Now, apparently this main place that this has been changed is actually in the water. So you can see here, we've kind of got this big open water space right here, for example, and this is all vanilla. Obviously, ignore those update blocks. That's because this world has been opened in many different previews. But yeah, the change here is that apparently more mangrove trees should generate to actually make it more denser. You can see on land, it already seems reasonably dense anyway, although you can see we just have these random patches here. So I'm assuming that this doesn't happen on Java Edition, which is why this change has been brought to Bedrock Edition as well. So that's all of the major features of this preview. Now let's take a look at a couple of smaller bug fixes and things like that in a quick fire fashion, because I did that last preview video, and it seemed to work quite well, so I'm doing it again. Items held by an allay will now glow when you have the darkness effect. This is much easier to see when you move slightly back, and you can kind of see there that that diamond should be glowing a bit. It is glowing slightly, but it's kind of hard to see it. It's kind of strange. I'm not sure if they mean any item or just items that are meant to glow, like a torch, for example. The mangrove signs now actually have the correct breaking texture. Previously, they would have the wrong particles when they were broken, so they now actually use the mangrove planks particles, so it looks a lot more, well, like it's a mangrove sign that's being broken. Iron bars and glass panes will now actually connect to the mangrove roots as well. So the mangrove propagule is now placed at a random offset. Previously, it would always be placed at the center of a block, but as you can see now, it has a completely random offset. So if I click on right here in the corner of the block, it's always going to go over here, whereas previously it would always go to the center of the block, as you can see. The darkness effect now works in both the nether and the end. So this is of course the nether, and you can see here the darkness effect is working actually quite well in here. This is mostly just useful for map makers. As well as that, lava and powdered snow fogs now take priority over the darkness and the blindness fogs. So when you get the darkness effect, you obviously have a really, really intense fog. If you go into lava, the lava fog will actually take priority. So you can see here, it's basically impossible to see right now unless you do that glitchy camera thing. There we go. The Skulk Shrieker will now actually detect when a player is riding all types of entities. So apparently, yeah, there we go. You can see here that it is detecting me riding this skeleton horse. Of course, this also works for normal horses, spiders. Spiders? You can't ride spiders. Striders, pigs, and llamas as well. So when a player uses a projectile to hit the bell, it will now actually be rung. So as you can see there, tridents work, bow and arrows work, and presumably crossbows work as well. Yeah, there we go. So the Warden's hurt animation is no longer different on Bedrock and Java. So apparently, whenever you get hurt, your animation should be the same. So I just need to effect clear myself. And there we go. Apparently, your animation is now the same as it is on Java Edition. So when you're converting a super flat world to 1.19, it will no longer delete terrain below y=0, which I know is a bug that has affected a lot of you. So rejoice, you no longer need to use a version switcher or just stop updating your world. You can update to 1.19 after 1.19.10 comes out, and your super flat world will be safe. Although it's probably a good idea to make a backup just in case, just saying. So there should now actually be dirt blocks underneath grass blocks that generate in the Mangrove swamp. This is a weird change. I suppose if we go over here, this is like properly in it. Obviously, this mangrove swamp was generated ages ago, but you can still see that there is dirt underneath the grass blocks. So they have fixed a bug where certain tamed mobs going through a portal or another portal would disappear in multiplayer worlds. So this is a single player world. I've not got anyone else online at the moment, but I mean, it's probably a good idea to test that you're still alive. And yes, my dog is still alive. Can it go back through the portal? Well, it could if I didn't keep going through it, but whatever. Basically, if you did that, but on multiplayer, your tamed pet will actually survive. So they've edited the health of the pufferfish, the cod, and the salmon. So they should all now have the same, like, health points. And that is a giant salmon, jeez. But yeah, anyway, these should all now have all of these 3 types of fish will now have the same amount of health as they do on Java Edition. But one thing that is not on Java Edition is different sized fish. I mean, how can you guys live without not having big salmon? Jeez. So shulkers will now give you the levitation 1 effect instead of the levitation 2. So as you can see here, this is levitation, not levitation 2. We don't want levitation 2 because it's much more annoying than levitation 1. So this should make shulker fighting and end raiding a lot easier. I need to get some water. Uh-oh. As well as this, the pufferfish will actually now give you the poison 2 effect instead of poison 4. So it also makes fighting pufferfish much easier. Can you give me the effect? Okay, well, that didn't quite work out, did it? Jeez. Give me the poison effect. I'm trying to show a bug fix, and I'll be very useful. Do I have to, like, get near it? Come on, attack me. Do something. Jeez. Come on. I want poison. Give me poison. There we go. And as you can see there, although it doesn't say, I should have the poison 2 effect, whereas previously I would have had the poison 4 effect. And other than some experimental features and other technical updates, that should be it for today's Minecraft Bedrock Edition preview video. Do let me know in the comment section or on my Discord what you think of me telling you these minor bug fixes in a bit more of a quickfire fashion. It lets me basically get through the entire changelog without taking up absolutely ages in the video, which is why I started doing it. Just let me know if you like it or not, basically. But other than that, that's going to be it for today's Bedrock preview video. If you're interested in more Minecraft Bedrock Edition content, then feel free to like and subscribe today to join the Alien Empire. Thanks to my supporters. I'll see you in the next video coming very, very soon. Bye.